Previously on The Lost Element. After surviving Malric's ritual, the truth of the Aether was revealed. Not unleashed, but remembered. With Stormwake raging over Valtari, the Motley Hue remained grounded in the desert city, each member confronting their own path. Euan, weighed by guilt, pushed himself to exhaustion, training to never fail again. Asja delved into the archives, uncovering secrets of Aether and those tied to their journey. Din explored political influence and personal identity, no longer hidden behind his helmet. Rhukkarrak continued to work with Sorel while reconnecting with his distant Orcish kin. Through the stormy months, they uncovered truths about the world, each other, and themselves. Their journey brought them back to Juan, who now sponsors their expedition across Arathar as they seek the long-lost knowledge of Aether. As the storms ease and tide swells rains return, the Motley Hue prepares to leave Valtari. What allies await them? What threats lie ahead? And what forgotten truths will rise from the depths? As the two of you step out of the motley abode, the humid air kind of clings to your skin. The light breeze still drifts through the city of Valtari, accompanied by slight rainfall here and there as it pitters and patters across the desert chapter streets here. You're out to seek some preparation, some things to grab last minute before the trip on the morrow. It is still relatively early into the night, but it is nighttime on the 2nd of Awkwarren, the first month of Tideswell. Now, shopping in Valtari is quite different than Elendor. There aren't any vast markets like the Tideborn markets back in Elendor. Instead, the last few months you've been finding different connections throughout the city that can supply you with things that you need. One of these main connections, and where you have sought to acquire most of the things that you need from a day-to-day scenario, is from the Steel Sands Lodge, the hunting section of the Dawnward Sentinels here. And within there's a barracks that supplies general goods, practically for free, to the Sentinels. And so this is the first place that comes to your mind when your mind goes to wanting to grab a few things for preparation. And so that's where you start to head, both Din and Asja, as you walk the relatively quiet streets. It's not bustling and busy. You know that already a few Sentinels have made the trek outside of Valtari. But you have a moment here for the two of you as you walk towards this lodge.
Asja will reach into her bag and pull out a piece of paper and open it up. I have a list. What do you need?
Well, I was thinking to buy some loud whistles for us. I think I saw some of those. And I don't know what else. What's on your list?
Okay. She looks over it very quickly and reads it. I need some paper, some ink, maybe a few more notebooks. I need snacks, but this time, dried snacks. Snacks will last me longer than a few days. Oh, that last trip without snacks was just no. I didn't appreciate it. I need some healing kits. I need some hot sauce and some spices to make the food up north a bit more palatable. If it's as bland as they say, well, I'm already very thin. I don't need to lose more weight because the food is just. But I also want to see if I can find some warmer clothes. Just a little warmer clothes. She kind of stops and lowers herself a little to lean into Din's ear and very quietly whispers, I don't want to sound stupid, but how cold do you think we are talking about? I've never felt cold before, really. From understanding from what Rhukkarrak said, my home is very different from his. His is snow, mine is fire. So, how cold do you think cold? And she seriously looks worried about this.
Can I roll a nature check?
Yeah. Cold is cold. You haven't spent a whole lot of time up in the northern reaches of Arathar either, and so you are unaware to how cold it might get.
I can't be too bad, you know. Rhukkarrak is pretty whiny, so if he was alright, I think we also will be.
I used to pick up some extra stuff just in case. And I want to go back to the more artist district at some point. Maybe that's first thing tomorrow morning before we leave. But Rupert, she pulls him off her shoulder. He will definitely need some warm clothes if we are going somewhere cold. Yeah. Lizards and cold? No. Not very good. Generally makes them very sleepy, and she kind of covers the two little ear holes on the side of his head. I can kill them.
As a raindrop just falls on Rupert's head, and the tongue just licks out and catches it.
Well, we also need then warm clothes for our other lizard.
Well, Euan has warm socks, so he should be okay.
Alright, yes. As long as they don't get wet, we should be fine.
That is fine. And, well, Rhukkarrak still hasn't accepted his lizard side, so he should be fine. He grew up in it. Let's go.
I think I will also buy some parchment. That is a good idea.
I'm going to take a lot of notes, and at some point I'm sure Gronk is going to get another very long letter. And the last letter I wrote him was probably about 25 pages, so I used up a lot of my paper on that.
Okay, I can definitely see it. But if you want to keep your scrolls dry, you can buy a scroll case as well. Very good for, keeping them in good condition.
You're very smart. Thank you. I would not have thought about that. Maybe I should get a... She kind of looks at her clothes. Maybe I should also get something for the rain. My clothes are a little on the... Well, they're not exactly a color that when they get wet, they don't go... If I want to keep modesty, do you think that they have maybe a rain poncho over here as well? We should go check. Let's go. As Asja now regrets her life decisions of getting a pure white dress, and it's about to become the rainy season.
Yes. As you continue the short trek over to this lodge, as you do see some other individuals gathering and preparing there are some other individuals that have almost umbrella-like devices that are sheltering them from the little bit of a sprinkle here as well. A simple cloth that covers the head. Some that even look to be larger hat-like clothing that helps shield from the rain. As from what you've been told, the rain will just get worse. Asja, this is your first real time experiencing Tideswell out in the open that you can remember. So you're a little concerned as to just how much rain will come down. But
so as we walk,
she's
I would like
concerned
to
about everything right now, that's for sure.
go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, sorry. As we walk, I would like to take out my poke, my Malvis poke.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna try and kick it up and about as we walk. And I think I'm gonna just try and pass to Asja, see how she fares.
Okay.
Asja will try and kick it back as they walk then.
Okay. Just for the fun of it.
Doing this.
Then go ahead and make an acrobatics check, and Asja, make one as well.
I'm much happier to do acrobatics than I am athletics, so. 10. Pass.
Okay. As Din quite expertly starts to kick around the Malvis poke, and as it arcs over him in several different flourishes, he then passes it over to you, Asja, and it catches you off guard for a moment. You weren't sure if this was going to come right at you, and so you have to stumble a little bit, but you do manage to catch it and pass it back.
They say the best players play best in the rain.
So do you think your sister is practicing right now then?
Probably. I would hope so.
Do you have plans to? You should probably go and see your sister.
Yes, of course. After we pick up whatever we're gonna get here, I'm gonna go right to her place.
Good, because we already destroyed her stadium. I think if you left without saying goodbye, we don't have to worry about the Aether. We'd more have to worry about the Brisa. I'm just saying.
I'm sure
she is still a Carthusi gnome. I'm sure somewhere inside of her is the conflict.
Of course. I think Brisa is very good at just going with the flow, I guess. She was always adrift with the currents, and that's why she landed here, I guess. But I don't know, I'm sure she can appreciate a break.
I am hoping she can appreciate the break too, and is understanding that we didn't have a choice. And we didn't start it. We just finished it. It could have been a lot worse. As far as I could tell, the tree was trying to take root, so it could have been that the whole arena would have just been a big tree at that point, and, then there wouldn't have been a stadium for her to play in at all. Look, we're here. Let's go.
As you approach the lodge and see a familiar face, as you've came to this place several times, and you recognize the elven figure who is a little lanky in some areas, but is quite deft about their work. You both recognize this to be Felix, is what his name is. And he kind of generally runs the inventory of helping Sentinels get what they need to get. And he's quite good at what he does. So currently he's flipping through a little bit of a notebook, taking down a few requests from a couple other elven sentinels there before you step up. And he looks over to meet your gaze.
Oh, well, hello there. You guys are back again. What can I give you today?
You have a shorter list. Do you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm looking for a
Wait,
whistle.
before you guys are getting wet, here, take a couple of these.
And passes out a few umbrella-like devices. That should help if we're walking around. Don't want to get all wet. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Looking for loud whistles, if you have any.
Something that will send an alert in a moment's notice.
Yes, something like that.
Let me look. And he starts to rummage through some boxes and crates in this kind of storehouse room that is partially open. Like there's a window that you can see in. And it takes him a few moments, but comes back with a few different devices. These will definitely send a loud noise if you need like some help or just alert to your friends. But it doesn't really differentiate between friends and foes, so definitely don't use it if you're trying to sneak up on someone.
Would you perhaps have 4 different pitch for the whistle?
You look as he looks down into his hand, and there's like 3 of like the exact same whistle. Like rummages with it a little bit and like tinkers almost for a second with it, and hands one out to you, and then hands the other 2. Here, let me go grab. And once again, returns back to the back and rummages through a couple pretty well organized, but you can see with the more amount of sentinels leaving and requiring more resources in this moment of time, it's gotten a little bit chaotic back there. But a few moments later, returns with a couple other ones, and you have a pretty good selection to choose for, and you could pick easily enough out 4 whistles that would make different loud noises.
You should pick the one you want first, Asja. I actually think you should have one. That's why I wanted to get 4.
Okay, that one. She'll take one. The second one from the left.
As
This
you
one.
pick it up, it looks like it's a little wooden whistle, and the mouth of which is kind of carved into a little form of a dragon's head, if you would.
I'll take the one that looks like a fog for me, and 2 more, one for you and one for Rhukkarrak. And I'll grab another 2.
Okay. So, whistles were the only thing you need, or need anything else? Put in an order, I can get it to you by the morning.
And crossbow bolts, please.
Bolts, got some of
About
those.
60.
Do that? Yep, definitely gonna do
mine.
that. What was the other thing? Crossbow bolts and...
Parchment.
parchment. Alright. Runs back, grabs some of that out. Easy enough. Slides that over to Din, and looks over to you, Asja.
Asja pulls out their piece of paper. Okay, Felix, I'm going to need some more paper and some more ink and
I figured
about
you would.
3 more notebooks. I'm sorry.
Did you already fill the other ones I gave you?
Yes.
Fascinating. Alright, well, we have more. It's just paper, right?
Yes, that's very true. Also, I'm going to need some. Do you have? I mean, we can get the meat here, and it seems to be the only place in this whole city where meat is like really available. Do you have jerkies, like different kind of dried meats I could take with me? Because the last trip we made here, I ran out of snacks after 3 days. It was not good.
Absolutely. Yes, we do have some turkeys.
Kind of traumatizing.
Are you all planning on leaving?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yes, I can make up a pack for each one of you. We'll have some nice rations and whatnot, some emergency whatnot. So to give you a little more edge out there in the wilds, if you would. But here's some, pulls out a bag of some sort of jerky. I believe that's actually some wyvern jerky right there. So it's pretty tough, but you just chew on it until it slowly dissolves, and it's tasty.
I've never eaten wyvern. I've nearly been eaten by a wyvern, but I've never eaten it because the one that we. It's a long story. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, I need 3 more healing kits. And then, can I keep the umbrella, or do you have maybe rain poncho? I've never actually. How heavy does the rain get? I've never actually been above ground.
You watch as
For
Felix
tight
looks past you and watching as there's a little bit of a puddle forming about 10 feet away from the entrance there. He just stares at the rain as it splashes down and this light drizzle that is currently around. Well, it will get a lot worse than it is now, that's for sure. The point where some days it comes down almost... You kind of feel like the entire ocean is just on top of you.
Oh, that feeling I know very well, but not actually falling from the... Anyways, okay, I need some sort of rain poncho or something that will, I guess, help me keep dry. I don't have any clothes for that. Also, we are going north, and I was told it gets cold there, and I've never been cold before, so I am also looking for maybe a sweater of some sort, and some socks, and some good boots.
Okay. I can get all
I
those.
have is my little sandals.
He starts
Apparently
to
that will not be worn.
mark down some of the requests here. As far as keeping dry, there's the things I just gave you, those umbrellas. But there's actually one of these new things I found in the fabrication district last time I was over there. He holds up a small little gemstone that is like a deep blue sapphire in color. These are enchanted in a way, and they're just keep you dry. He throws it out to you, Din, as you snatch it from the air, and immediately...
I'm gonna kick it. Then
Whee!
snatch it.
Oh no, that costs a lot of money. No. But as you hold it there in your hand, you watch as the rain, right as it's about to land next to you, it just catches like on an invisible barrier of sorts. And just kind of drifts off, almost like you have this dome around you of dryness. Now, it's got limited powers, but like, obviously, if you jump into an ocean, it's not gonna make a circle around you. However, they'll keep you dry in most any rain. But those, they are a little expensive, so if you want to pay some gold, I can get some for you in the morning. Or you can just stick with the basic umbrellas, up to you.
How much gold?
No, actually, we will take 4. You can charge our... we have a patron, Juan. Quinn. They are our patron. They fund us.
Oh,
That is the correct thing, correct?
okay.
That we are being funded for everything, correct?
Yes, that's what I believe. That's what I heard.
Yep. They are sponsoring our trip. So I guess if
That's
you want one, I
great.
definitely need one.
I don't know. I
you
haven't
and
worked
Socks
with
need one.
this Yin Quinn before.
We will make sure you have your payment. Don't worry.
All right, I'll put them in your packs that I make up for you in the morning.
Perfect. And we will make sure that you have the money.
Sounds good.
I'd prefer not to get wet. So, if the umbrella and these little things are helpful, I'm good.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I only need one more thing, but I don't think you will have it, which is... And she kind of pulls her bit up. Unless you have warm clothes for him. I think I will have to go to the fabrication district and maybe go to the store that has the toys and find him clothes there.
Yeah, I don't carry anything here. I mean, you can always run over there. I'll be there tonight as well, making my rounds. I can probably look for something if you would like, or by all means, you can go yourself as well. You're looking for something very, very specific that I might not be able to find.
Well, if you want help bringing stuff back, I mean, if you have to go there, if you want extra set of hands to give you help coming back with everything, I'm more than willing to go with you.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
really only need to go to one store.
I'll probably be out
And you're...
getting a bunch of things, but I'll welcome to join for the store that you need.
Well, then I will meet you there.
Very well.
But other than that, I think that's everything we can get from here. Unless you
good.
have hot sauce and spices, but you probably don't.
I mean, I do
I
have
hear
got
the
spices.
food up north is rather bland.
Can't say. I don't know. I haven't really had food up north, but we do have spices and whatnot that can be given. I'll put some of those in the pack. As far as hot sauce, you could probably grab some at the tavern.
Valid. Good thinking. That's
What
I
about
like
a shield?
Felix.
Could I get a shield from you?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. You can kind of like does a few measurements with his hands. Probably is smaller, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, let me go grab one. And quickly enough, comes out with a very basic shield with inlaid with a bit of steel. Nothing fancy, but you'll keep you shielded.
Yes. I will use it, I think. So, yeah, I'll take it.
Alrighty. Well, if you have anything else, I'll probably be leaving over to the district there and grabbing all this stuff in about an hour or two. Just let me know. But, yeah, have a good one. And he waves down some other individuals who've been waiting behind you as they start to approach, as he starts to take more orders and whatnot from them.
Asja will collect a few things that they've already been given type deal.
Oh, one more thing, real quick, before you guys go. You guys are leaving. If you find any Vizorks out there that, well, if you do end up killing them, we'll take any of their parts. We make them do good stuff with them. But yeah, have a good one.
Okay. As they leave, Schultz just kind of turned it. I don't know if I want to drag back half the Vizorks that we find. I don't have a way to preserve them. I don't think they would smell very good by the time we got back. Alright, well, I guess Asja is going to head towards the tavern.
Okay.
I am going to head towards the tavern. Do you want to come or do you want to go? I'm just getting hot sauce and then going home for a tiny bit and then I will head out to the fabrication district. So, did you want to go part ways now or do you want to come to the tavern with me?
I think I would like to get going.
Okay.
I don't want to be out in the rain for too long. If you can arrange, however, to have a small barrel of storm brew for me, it would be very appreciated. I mean, if Jan can pay for it, or I don't know. I can also pay for it, I think.
I will make sure that you will get a small barrel of storm brew. Go see your sister. Tell her it was very nice meeting her, and I hope next time we get to actually sit down and have more dinners or something. Not so, whoa, city's in danger. Ah!
Yeah, I think, yes. I will, let her know how much you enjoyed her company. Pretty sure she feels the same way.
Perfect. Okay, Asja with her already kind of bundle of stuff. Okay, 1 small barrel of storm brew, hot sauces, and she walks off. Should have added it to the list, but now my hands are full. 1 small barrel of storm brew. And that's what you hear as she walks away. It's just kind of like our stick of butter, a loaf of bread, a this, a this. She's going, okay, 1 more.
Alright, so as both Asja and Din part ways here, Asja, you're quite easily able to go to the tavern that has a decent amount of patrons this time of night and getting food and whatnot, but you're able to request the barrel of storm brew, some hot sauce. Sadly, it is not Marley's signature hot sauce. It does still taste good. It's still quite spicy, and they have different levels of spice to them. But there was something, I don't know, magical about Marley's hot sauce. So you definitely put it on your list next time you're in Ellendor to just stock up on a whole barrel of that itself.
She makes a mental note, and when I make it rich, being this adventurous, I will build a factory for Marley so that she can make this magical hot sauce. I will invest in Marley so she becomes known across the land. Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
She gets the stuff and heads back home.
Yep. As we will return back to the Motley abode right as Asja enters. Little time has passed since both Euan and Rhukkarrak were discussing what it means to be a Drakthir. But as the door opens, Rhukkarrak instinctively shifts back to his orcish form as Asja enters. Kind of stumbling in with a bunch of stuff.
Goodness, you've got quite the armful. And Euan will stand to help Asja if she needs it, bringing stuff into the abode.
Just, if you could grab the small barrel of storm brew, that would be good. I don't want to drop that one. That one's for Din.
Oh, alright, I've got it.
Thank you. Okay, everything else we're good with.
Wait, are you sure you don't need a little more help? I could grab a few things.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just going to take this directly to my room and then shove it in my backpack. It's just some warm clothes and some more paper and some more ink and some healing kits. Tomorrow I have to go and pick up a few extra things that we needed. Which reminds me, she just walks over to one of the, I guess, looking at the background picture, walks over to the couch and just opens her arms and dumps it on the couch. Pulls out one fresh piece of paper and a thing of ink and a quill. Dips. Dear Juan, we have ordered 4 crystals that will help keep us dry during rainy season. You are sponsor, so you pay? Yes? Question mark. Can be paid to Felix, proprietor of the lodge. Have a good day, Asja. I need to send this. They had some really neat crystals there that you can put it on and kind of keeps you dry. Apparently in most rains, but not when it feels like the ocean is falling out of the sky on your head. Maybe it won't work then. And it definitely won't work if you fall in the river or anything like that. Your socks won't stay dry. But at least from the rain, your socks will stay dry.
Oh, that is very helpful.
I think I did okay. And if I was
Especially as we get
understanding, Juan is going to pay for things for us, so I got this one of each. All right, one each for all of us. So there we go.
So you're telling me I don't have to worry about the rain or anything with this?
You were, well, she looks generous. I don't have to worry about my modesty, and you don't have to worry about your socks. We're good.
Understood.
And I won't have to worry about you guys getting thermal shock as we get closer to the north and you all are dripping wet.
Oh, no. She pulls her sweater and some... Look, I have my first pair of socks. Aren't they nice? I bought them for up north. You said it was cold. I've never experienced cold before. Anyways. Din went to go and see Brisa. He will be back later, I guess. And I still need to go to the fabrication district. Felix said he would be going in about an hour. I said that I would meet him there and I could help him bring back orders for, and stuff like that. But I need to go because, again, Rupert does not deal with cold either. And I don't know if Floringus will have a fabrication district with a place where children can buy things for smaller sized creatures. She
Oh, that
pulls
is-
Rupert away and kind of mouths the word dolls.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything pressing that I need to do. Did you want some company?
Don't care. I am just going to pretty much help Felix bring back stuff. There seems to be a lot of sentinels getting ready to go now that it's Tightswell. He was
Yes.
very
Oh.
overwhelmed with people coming in and placing orders for things, so I figured maybe a couple extra hands to help bring stuff back here so that, be helpful.
Yes. But you also said you had some questions for me? Maybe we can discuss it on the way, or unless it's private?
I don't know if you want to discuss it. It's just after talking to Cyril, I had a few questions for you on your opinions of certain organizations and people, and maybe I misjudged some people, or whether I did misjudge, I don't know. But I just had some questions about the Shadow Sons, but I don't think you'll want to talk about that in public, will you?
I don't mind if we don't address them directly. But
Okay.
it's up to you. We can wait till we get back, or...
No, we can talk on the way. Dad, do you want to come or no? Or do you want to enjoy one night of like, oh, my hip hurts and I just want to be old? No offense.
I think he'll take a night of being old. You two go have fun.
Remind me tomorrow morning on the way to the packs. I will stop by the infirmary and see if I can get some extra Tylenol so that I can bring it with. I've noticed you limping a little bit more. Maybe it's because you're trying to push yourself to something, but... You have to take rests, too. But I'll make sure to get some Tylenol. Alright, Ruka. I guess... Let's go. We can get some snacks on the way. I am kind of hungry.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. So as the two of you head back out into the rain that has started to pick up a little bit, it's now a pretty consistent rain that kind of blankets the city here. You can see even outside, being kind of on the edge of Valtari here in the desert chapter, the desert beyond, you can already start to see little lakes start to form, as the rain out there, not within the city, is quite heavy. A lot heavier than it is inside. But you depart, head down an airway towards the fabrication district, as we'll transition over to Din as you are heading towards the Vestview Stadium, or where are you heading currently?
Would Dean know where Brisa lives?
Yeah, she has a place in the stadium that is reserved for her and her team.
That's where I'm going then.
Okay. So once again, a quick a couple-minute ride on the airways, you arrive at the District of Passions and start heading towards the Glassview Stadium. As you've visited here and there throughout the couple months, but today as you're arriving the Glassview, you just once again recall the major event, we'll say, that happened here. As the clouds in the sky are a little shifting and a little darker than usual, being Tideswell. It just reminds you of that day, the day of the Calindre. You remember all the people, all the chaos, all the conflict that happened here. And it's definitely stained your image of the Glassview quite heavily, of all that happened there. But you kind of push that out of your mind a little bit and head towards where you know Brisa to be. She's not in the actual stadium itself unless she's training. And a quick glance, you don't see her training in there. So instead you take a few corridors over to where there's some lodging for individuals like Brisa that have kind of made this their home, and their whole life, more or less, is playing Malvis in this stadium. As you do enter, the stadium itself still has those cracks from the earth erupting, more or less, from that Calindre ritual. However, Valtari has fixed it. It's no longer broken, but they have not hidden the cracks. They've rather embellished them. And where the earth did fissure, there are now glass inlays of ember glass that just shine quite brilliantly. But a short walk leads you towards Brisa's quarters as you knock on the door, and a moment later the door opens as you see your sister in front of you.
Who is it? Oh, Dean! Brother, welcome. Come in. Good to see you. It's been a couple weeks. How have you been?
It's good to see you too, sister. I've been
Is
good.
that a new hat?
Yes.
I like it.
Do you like it?
I do.
Mm.
It fits you well. Much better than that helmet.
Mm. Glad you think so. But how have you been?
Oh, I've been good. I'm excited for the Tideswell to come. Definitely. I don't know. There's always something about the rain and the water that falls from the sky. I don't know if it's our connection to the element itself or something. It always has made me feel, I don't know, more at home?
Mm. I get it, yes.
Yeah,
This is the season where we, thrive. Our people. Yes, of course, I feel it as well. I guess that's why I'm in such a good mood right now. And I see you also are, despite what happened.
Yes, I mean, it definitely was some strange times over the last few months, but the arena is more or less fully fixed. And we've had a couple games there now. But I don't know. There's something about it too.
Not the same.
No. There's not as much, like, just the general populace is kind of, I don't know, before they would be so enthusiastic about these games, and now it feels like everyone is, well, worried or distracted. which is understandable. You ever wonder what they're doing back at home?
Of course, I worry about that all the time.
I figured you would.
Well, I got a letter from someone back in Elendor. He told me the city was above Elendor for a while, and then they left, but she didn't really know where they were going. I was able to talk to Valtarion Aurelius. Do you know him?
Yes. He's the diplomat, counselor, part of the... Yes. I don't know him well, though. I think we've talked once, twice?
I was able to figure out by what he told me and by what I saw that the city was moving toward the south. And that's what I know.
Do you think they are searching this Aether out as well?
Do you remember anything about the ether? Do you remember it being mentioned back at home?
No. I don't. I don't even know really what it is. Other than this thing that is causing the whole city, it feels, to panic.
I worry about our people, Brisa, because what I feel like is we've just been focused on one thing. Our lives, everything that we do is just, well, you know how it is. And times are changing so fast. I don't know if people are ready for so many changes. It's you know, we've been stuck in our ways. We've been just, I don't know, drifting. We're drifting. Our city is just, I think our people are lost. And now it's gonna be even harder. I don't know. I'm worried.
I feel it too. I definitely don't know as much about whatever's going on as I'm sure you do, but there's just a feeling in the air that concerns me.
Where were you that day? The day of the Calindre? I was worried sick about you.
I was here.
You were home?
Didn't see the thing itself, but I could hear the rumbling, and no, that day was weird. It seemed like whole of Zoaka shook in that moment.
Do you think our people could feel that as well?
I don't know. Them being, well, airborne like they are. Maybe. This is a heavy conversation. Here, let me crack open this bottle of Atlantis. You have a few hours, or are you busy?
I'm sorry. No, I was planning to stay the night, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. You're always welcome. They're good to catch up on some things.
I don't know if I told you, but I'm leaving the city, going north with, Asja, Rhukkarrak, Euan.
Oh. I figured that was probably going to be the case. North, though? That's interesting. Like the Rockdol north, or
I don't know. I think so. They... Well, Rhukkarrak spoke about perhaps going to see their people because he found out about his father and, well, who passed away, and Euan wants to go to Florignis, which is, you know, the Dominion still, but up north.
I've heard good things about the city. I've not been, but
And Asja wants to go to the Twilight Ridge. You heard about that place?
not really. It's kind of. I know that. I mean, I think the Thalgin are from there, right?
That's what I think, yes. We met
They've
one
always
of them
And they
named...
kept their distance.
Yes, but this Cordran Talgrin is very interested in Euan especially.
I can see why.
Uh,
And go ahead and just roll a insight check for me, then.
okay.
Oh. You're not quite sure, but you feel like there's definitely something bothering Risa. It's like subtle, and she's being or trying to act like herself and being a little more uplifted and cheerful. But you feel like there is something else there, but it's really hard to put like a finger on what it might be. Yeah. Uncorks the Volantis and pours you a glass.
It's not the finest brand. It's been a minute since I've been home and was able to restock. I might actually go this year. Maybe a little bit after the rains die down some. Also depends on where Katas is, I guess.
You could always get it from somewhere else, I think. But yes, you've been away from Kertas for a long time.
I stopped by shortly for about a week there last year. But it wasn't a long time. I had all my practices and games to play here.
Did you talk to our brother then?
No, that was when he was gone. This last year when you met Ruka?
Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. Yes, you were very briefly there. You were up north, actually, weren't you?
No, I came from here.
Oh, you were here? Yeah, of course, Rhukkarrak. And you traveled to meet me. Right. Right.
And you watch as she drinks some of the Volantis and just kind of sits, kind of staring off into the distance.
Is that what you're thinking about?
What? No. Well, kind of.
And what is...
Well, have strange dreams. I know it might be an odd question.
I do, of course. But what kind of dreams are you talking about?
What do you think they mean anything? Or is it just our minds putting things together?
Why? No, not just our minds. Our people especially, we are very stubborn and we delve, and we always, the past is always present in our minds. Almost like a ghost. And I don't know, I think deep ingrained in our brain there is a lot of things that come from that past. And it's not just, it doesn't seem random to me. I do think there is meaning. Very
I wonder.
old knowledge, perhaps.
Hey, I've been having these weird dreams, not like usual. And it's strange. I don't even know if I can really describe them. I feel like they're trying to tell me something. I feel like, I don't know if it's why I don't know. If it's just my worry manifesting as I sleep, but I feel like they have to do with Okupalam. And I feel that he's in some sort of danger.
Where do you think he is? Do you maybe feel a sense of where he might be?
I think that's what
I've been
worries
looking
me the
for him.
most. I just don't know where he is.
He
Been
met
gone
Euan.
now for nearly
And
2
that's
years.
the last thing I know about him. Yes, I know.
Maybe you'll be able to find more on your journey north. You'll write to me, right? If you do find something?
Of course.
Good.
He was always able to take care of himself. But I also worry. And, I went out looking for him, but I think I found, you. I was lucky to find you, because I think it was your advice that helped me get rid of the helmet, so I can clearly see. And
With that, she smiles, a broad smile. Yes, I'm so
Just-
glad you did listen.
yes, but promise me you're gonna take care of yourself, because I'm gonna come back here, I promise. I really like the city, and I like spending time with you.
I'll be fine here. I'm worried about you going out into whatever knows up north. Who knows? Maybe the Kazdorm will eat you up. I don't know.
You don't need to worry that much about me. Conflict guides me, and even though our ways are very outdated, they still hold power, and I'll be fine.
Yes. I worry about you much less now that you are true to yourself.
Yes, I feel much better now. And actually quite ready for a second drink, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
That bottle is quite nice.
And the two of you continue to chat. End up finishing the bottle of Atlantis. Chat about your worries, your hopes, your aspirations, what the future may hold for Kertas, for the city, for Malvis, for the larger world. And just spend some quality time together as siblings. As we'll shift away from the Glassview Stadium there over to both Rhukkarrak and Asja as you depart from the airways there and start heading through the fabrication district if there's anything the two of you want to talk about.
If I remember correctly, the story is just that way.
I do
So-
believe you are correct.
So she kind of gets this look on her face. So this club, do you have a membership in it, or were you just referred to it?
You know what? I'm not sure. I have been doing some work in the club, but
More volunteer basis?
yes, I think there was some interest in me joining the club officially, but there's not been anything as far as I know.
What is your... I guess what I'm asking is, what is your overall opinion of the club? See, I think some of the members of the club are actually good people. And I think others of the club that we have met, I've been told that I'm wrong, but I still feel that they were trying to kill us.
Yes, I don't know what I think about the club right now. Because it is in relation to my old profession, my profession in my hometown was quite a good profession and well regarded and honorable. But outside of my hometown, it has been different. Very different. And it was...
She laughs. I understand that one a lot.
It was made very, very clear how different it was back in... when we were down south. But... Yes?
No, go ahead.
And so I was, after our experience down there, I was very much done with everything, thinking that our mutual friend here was just trying to manipulate me. But she has proven to be more of an ally than I originally thought, so now I'm just wary of the club.
Well, I guess that brings up my next question, is that I mean, the one who seems to run the club down in Elendor, the one and our friend here who's part of the club, she said that she's pretty sure we were wrong and that the leader of the other club was not trying to kill us and stuff like that. I don't know. You met them. What's your thoughts? I mean, when we met them, we kind of had a very big explosion, so we didn't actually really meet them. I just remember he kept looking at me. It was kind of very strange, but all I could see was glints of eyeballs from that deep... Ugh. Draw a picture.
Well, the first time I met him, he literally tried to kill me. Well, okay, maybe it was a little bit strong. He attacked me, and knocked me unconscious. So I guess if he was really trying to kill me, he would have. So I guess he wasn't really trying to kill me, but he did immediately attack me, trying to, I don't know, get me to reveal myself or something. I didn't know what he was trying to get me to do. Anyway, so yeah, that already made me wary of them. And then when we found their mark on the tent where there was a huge explosion that literally almost killed me again, I was...
Oh, that one was explained to me. Apparently, generally, when they find something that is important that needs to be discovered or whatever, a mark is left on. That one, actually, we might have misinterpreted just a little.
Ah.
Yeah. How was I to know? I'm new to all of this, including
How was
this
any of
stuff
us supposed
falling
to
from
know
the
exactly
sky.
what it meant? Yes, well, they didn't really bother to explain anything or try to... Anyway, whatever.
I'm just asking because, honestly, I had a few talks with Cyril over the months that we've been here to ask her if maybe her and a few of the other club members would like to work together in a way. And I want to be able to trust her and the rest of them, but that first introduction with him, I don't know, very different, so it's hard to know if she is just putting on a good face and she is the same way, or whether he is just, I don't know, very different, and maybe she's right and I judged the book wrong cover. Maybe when he attacked you to reveal something or whatever you were saying, maybe that's why he did that to us, was to make us reveal something. I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't know. I just get weird feelings from... Ugh.
It was some kind of test that he was not... whatever. I don't particularly care for working directly for the leader again, but I have also been doing some... one or two jobs while I was here, and I think you can most certainly trust their desire for knowledge. And I think that they're honest enough to hold up their end of a deal.
I think that is agreed between Cyril and I anyways. I think she understands that I cannot tell her everything, and I understand she cannot tell me everything. But there is a middle ground where we can share enough information that we can probably be very useful to each other. And if push comes to shove and we need help, apparently this club spans quite the distance. So maybe even when we're in places where we don't know if the club is there, the club is there. But if we can somehow contact Sorel, maybe she would know somebody in the club who could give us a hand as well.
Yes, well, I first came in contact with the club outside of the Sunspire Dominion, so...
Yes. I just hope that they're not all like the club in Elendor. It would be a shame if the only club in all of Arathar and the North would be, well, Valtari, that I could trust. Anyways, we're here. Let's get to Rupert some clothes.
Yes, we should probably make sure it has some fur lining. That is typically what people wear in the north.
Asja looks truly worried at this moment. Sorry. Go ahead.
Easily enough, you're able to enter this little store that you've come by here and there throughout the months of Stormwake, and just picked up a little few things here and there for Rupert as he dashes off your shoulder and starts to run up through different clothes and just start to make a mess of things. Not like terrible, but you kind of have to chase
Asja will
after
try
him.
and clean up as, Asja will try and clean up as,
As his little face pops out of one of like the sleeves of a little doll outfit. You're able to get him some warmer looking clothes for
Yay.
the little lizard.
Alright, well, she will buy those, and, well, we should look for Felix. And as they're leaving. But I do have one last question for you.
Yes?
Well, why didn't you? I mean, I know that maybe he rubbed you the wrong way, but from what Sorel says, Valen is an expert in death energy. Why didn't you try and meet with him? I mean, you do want to understand more about yourself, don't you?
Yes? But... like I said, from my home, the profession is quite honorable, and nothing of what I saw that he was doing was that. And it... as much as I wanted the information he had to provide, I did not want to do anything for him to get the information. Nothing of what he did seemed to be honorable. It was all cloaked in shadow and misdirection, and it seemed to be targeted at hurting the Kazdurum, which, as you know, I don't have a grudge against. And it... maybe if we go back, I will try again. Maybe.
I don't think it would be a bad idea for you to maybe try again. Not only for whatever's happening at your house from that letter, but also she kind of goes to poke at your chest, but stops like about half an inch away and kind of does the poke movement and then pulls back. Maybe also helping to learn a little bit about yourself too. I mean, you have said that you have special skills in certain things, ones that I don't possess. Don't you want
Yes,
to
well,
learn how to evolve those?
Right now, the only abilities that I'm particularly interested... Well, yes. And... I don't know what it will cost me. That is what I fear. For now,
Yes,
I am
it's
perfectly...
definitely one thing I have learned leaving my home. Everything costs something. Including in a city like Valtari, where everything is free. But is it really free? Because the people that work in the fields, what does it cost them? It costs them that they work hard labor every single day so that we can eat for free. There's always a cost to things. I miss back home
Yes.
where there is not really a cost to things.
For now, I think that I am content with exploring my abilities on my own, and those parts of me that I'm most interested in learning about, I can get from Euan. So,
True. I think I see Felix over there. Let's go.
Yes.
Did you rush over and meet up back with Felix? He's pushing a large cart contraption of sort that seems to just hover above the ground itself. There's no wheels or anything, that just seems to hover there as he's slowly pushing it, adorned with all manner of things that he's taking back towards the desert chapter. He waves you down and... it's good to see you. Were you needing something else? You were going to come help.
Nope. Just here to help.
Okay. I'm sure if you want to watch the cart while I go and grab some things, that'd be great. I appreciate it.
We can do that, no problem.
Yep. We'll have some free time.
I'll be right back. And he dashes into one of the stores, and you two are just in front of this arcane cart of sorts that's just slowly drifting over the stone streets of Altari here. As another pair of elves walks up to you. Were you guys saying something about a club in Elendor? We're actually traveling there this season, and we're looking for a nice club to hit.
Well, I don't know. There's a good tavern there.
A very good tavern there.
If it's anything like the Glass Disco, we're down. They kind of look at each other and just nod. All right, well, thanks.
You'll definitely want to go. Okay, in Elendor, you'll definitely want to go to the Glass District. That's where you're going to find all the good parties and stuff like that. Very good places. I highly recommend, though, make sure you dress appropriately. So go to tailors when you get there, and make sure that you tell them to dress you in the finest Elendor fashion. And trust me, you'll be the hit of everyone.
One of them nudges the other one. That's a great information. Thank you. You guys are great.
Yes. Make sure you also stop by the Flaming Flagon. It's the tavern in there.
Mm-hmm.
Will do. And they leave. Soon after, Finian returns with some more basic gear that has been crafted and whatnot here in the fabrication district. Before thanking you for your help and more or less saying, I should have the rest of it. I more or less do this by myself every day anyways, but I do appreciate your aid. And with that, he kind of leaves as he continues to gather the rest of the stuff, leaving the two of you to do what you would like. It's returning back to the only abode or going somewhere else. It's up to you. The night is waning. It's getting later and later, but still a few hours before sleep.
Asja would just like to make one last stop, but again, it's just light conversation she'd be making on the way there. But she wants to go to wherever I'm assuming it was Jan's house we went to before, and at least give the butler the letter she wrote,
Okay.
informing him or informing them that they are paying for these, and then I guess going back to the new, bigger, better abode.
Yes. The Bodhi is evolving. No. You can easily swing by the Spire District, where there's a tall spire of Euan that you can drop off that letter and then return back to the boat. As the two of you do that, you'll return to the abode. Euan, is there anything you wanted to do while you're here in your lonesome? Reston?
Euan is going to look outside at the rain, rather melancholic, if you will. In his mind, he is intending to reach for one of his weapons to go outside and again push himself, but we have a lot of travel ahead of us, and Asja's right. I should try to take better care of myself. So Euan is going to be out on the porch, taking a stool out and kind of setting it under the gable, so he's mostly covered from the rain as it's coming down. Sit outside and light his pipe. And just take a moment to breathe and try to make himself relax, even though every fiber of his being is against it right now.
Okay.
And while he might appear tranquil, people who walk by and pay a little too close attention might notice a little vein bulging in his temple as he's trying to maintain his own control and composure over his raging emotions right now.
Okay. As you sit there on the porch, the pipe and the smoke fill in your lungs as you exhale, that inner flame just does not want to die out. And it's been like this for months now. And it's really hard to find the time to relax. But you're making the honest attempt, even if it's just for Asja's sake. As you sit there, hear the pitter-patter of the rain droplets across the stonework. It is relaxing, but you find it hard to relax. As eventually, Asja and Rhukkarrak return. As the sun has fully set at this point, night has fully claimed Valtari here. As you all return inside the abode. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before you all rest for the evening?
Yes.
Okay.
One last quick little thing. As they approach and she sees Euan sitting outside, she's gonna hand Ruka the bag of clothing and, can you take this inside for me?
Oh, no, that's fine.
And she's gonna walk over next to Euan and slip off her sandals. And take Ruka, not take Ruka off her shoulder, take Rupert off her shoulder and just kind of place him on one of Euan's horns. You know, there is something I have always wanted to do. I think I've done this before, but I don't remember. And she runs out in the rain and starts jumping in the puddles and just laughing.
That will elicit a small smile from you, and the bulging vein kind of regressing back into under his flesh there for a second. Absent-mindedly reaches the stem of the pipe up to Rupert.
Who
And
takes a quick little boop, puffs up.
someone inflated the lizard. Help! No.
And then pretty quickly after, Rupert crawls down your horn and looks up to you with one eye in the way lizards do. And then you can almost see some understanding within before very quickly he jumps off and flutters his wings a little bit, carrying him a little bit of distance, and just starts splashing in the water alongside Asja.
And after a few minutes, a muddy mess of Asja will just stand in a puddle, ankle deep, arms wide open, just with a giant smile, letting the rain just fall on her.
We always found these rains refreshing after the torrential downpours of Stormwake.
Tideswell is generally one of the more dangerous times in my city.
That I can understand.
I didn't realize it was so cleansing.
It is. It's cleansing. There's a bit of tranquility about it. In a way, it's also sad. You'll also get up. His limp a little heavier than normal. He doesn't quite go out into the puddles to splash, but will step out fully into the rain and just kind of look up at the sky.
As the shifting clouds overhead do carry the darker color, overcasting the skies above, the rain continues to fall down and hits your scales, and there's just something within you, deeper than the surface, that just calls back like a memory of more than yourself. This time of year, just feeling those rains that nourish and bring life back to all of Zorica. And it is very comforting.
In a way, a rebirth, much like Euan has been experiencing for the last several months.
Exactly.
Well, I just wanted to enjoy it for one night before, I don't know. I have a feeling after a few days, the novelty is going to wear off.
Right, probably. Fond memories of the farmers coming in from the fields. Absolutely soaked. Some catching a cold. Some just shivering, and some just happy that the rains were welcoming rather than trying to kill us all like they are in Stormwake.
Very true. We should probably head inside before we start shivering, catch a cold, and are miserable for however long it is going to be on that boat.
Yeah, you're probably right. Although I don't know, maybe the moss could use some water every now and then as he kind of pokes the moss on his horns.
That's true. It'll help keep you moisturized. And she leans over and scoops up Rupert from a puddle. Let's go. Make a cup of tea before bed.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
She will head inside and go and put on the kettle and make whoever wants a cup of tea before bed a cup of tea. And then I guess head to bed with her cup of tea.
Okay. As the four of you bed down, Din still over in the glass view with Brisa, conversing throughout most of the night, but eventually you two find sleep and unconsciousness. You all drift once again into that restful sleep. little anxious as to what the next day will bring, but excited at the same time. But as the unconscious claims you all, the darkness wraps around you, complete, whole, endless. And for a moment you feel like nothing ever was. Existence was just a mere fleeting illusion, now consumed by this inky void that now claims you. Though it's not frightening, not completely. You feel like you should be frightened, but that emotion is not found here. In fact, no emotion is found. Just utter stillness. And that remains for what feels like forever, or no time at all. Your mind is in this weird state where you're having trouble comprehending what time even is. But eventually, you start to see glimmers of light in the distant horizon. Small motes that seem to flicker ever so slightly as they start to encompass all around you. Like small stars blanketing the night sky. And from these stars you feel something, a connection, a link, something that is calling out to you, but not with a voice, not even with an emotion, just something. But as it takes hold, the glimmers of light start to spin, swirl, in a vortex motion all around you, leaving streaks of light. And as they do that, this pull, this feeling, gets stronger and stronger, this primal connection as the world spins around you, before eventually you all wake up on the morrow. And it's dizzy. You all take a moment to reorient your senses. The room that you're staying in spinning for just a brief moment, a bit of vertigo hitting you. But quite quickly, you're brought back to your senses, as you hear, once again, the light patter of rain against the glass rooftops above. As you all shake off the lingering dizziness and reorient yourselves, and find yourselves out, going through the process of waking up throughout the day, and getting some breakfast, and gathering together to discuss if there's anything else you want to do in the morning here. You know that Juan said that today would be the day that the ship would be ready to leave if you all wanted.
So Ruka, when he gets up, he's going to be, of course, going to be a little dazed and just kind of shake it off, trying to reorient himself and prep himself for the day. And he'll look into the mirror in his room and just give a little sigh and concentrate as he is going to drop his illusion for at least while he's in the abode with his friends.
Yeah. So as the illusion fades and the mirror reflects those dark, vibrant blue scales once again, they make you shudder for just a moment, but you're starting to get used to them. as much as you can.
Yep, he'll go and join everyone for breakfast. But
Asja
just
will-
before they leave, he's gonna go back to work.
Right.
I guess Asja will pad down to the table and sit down, just kind of stare at the table. Does anyone else have just... I wouldn't even say weird dreams, just... Did anyone else wake up not feeling right?
Yes.
Euan is in another coma. No.
No!
And Asja learns Eldritch Blast and does the whole clear. Bzzzt. Try that one again, will you, Dad? No, I don't think so. Psh, psh.
I felt like I was seeing stars and I wasn't even in a fight this time.
Right,
So
I
you
woke
had
up
that as
feeling
well?
A bit dizzy.
Right? He's leaning a little too heavy on his halberd to steady himself. Still trying to get over that dizziness.
I'm starting to think that my research needs to be expanded. With what your letter said, Rhukkarrak, about the death energy, I wonder if... Well, I'll get a letter.
Do we know if
I
it's
will-
happening anywhere else?
Well, that's
Like-
what I'm wondering, is if we can't go investigate, but maybe Juan has another team that they could send to... I even hate saying this, but Mithendrel or Cindertree would probably be safer than going to the Expanse, but see if the death energy is also starting to act strange there. With the time of despair that happened, I haven't really done a lot of research on that, but I don't know.
If
Maybe it's
we-
just something about your city, but if it is starting to affect all of the... Maybe the return of... I don't know. I don't know. That's why I need to go where I'm going to get more information so that I can understand. But, you know, I normally have very good dreams. Never really had a problem, but last night was very unsettling with the darkness. And then, as you said, the kind of stars, and then the weird spinning feeling, and the fact that all of us had the same dream makes me also think that maybe I need to start looking into dreams being affected in the past as well. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, we've
I'll write it
already
down
had
later.
dreams being affected. Even before this, whatever this new power is.
Yes, but I think that those dreams were not because of this. Those weren't shared dreams. Don't you think it's a little strange that all of us had the same dream? And I'm pretty sure if somehow maybe we asked a few of the sentinels roundabout, hey, had any strange sleeping experiences? I don't know, I'm pretty sure we might not be the only ones. This might be a side effect to all of this. It might just be, I don't know, but either way, I'm going to have to do more research on the way. what I wouldn't give for just some sort of machine that could send me back in time so that I could sneak into the Mythendral archives and find all of the answers. But no. The Castorum had to come and burn it all down and make this a lot harder on me. Oh, I'm starting to find more reasons to not like the Castorum other than the fact that they slaughtered my family. Or at least no, they did slaughter most of my family. But the knowledge that was lost. Oh well. That's why I have all of you. Help me with the knowledge. Do we know when Din is getting back? I know that I've got to pick some stuff up from Felix, grab some stuff from the infirmary, but other than that, I'm ready to go to wherever we catch boats in the middle of the desert. Kind of confused by that one, but that's okay.
As we'll pull away from the money boat and go over to see Din as you wake up as well with this dizziness. And you're not quite sure if it's just a hangover from the Volantis, but usually it doesn't affect you in that kind of way, right? As you stumble awake, Brisa in the other room there stumbles as well.
Did you just... I don't like this. Morning.
Morning? Did I what?
I don't know. I think there was something in that Volantis.
I do have some, well, I don't know, a bottle of something I found at the ball, but I didn't put it in the drink, I promise.
Okay. I hope not. We had practice today. I think it's fading now, though. Weird. So, you off?
Yes, I have a ship to catch, I guess.
Okay. Well, it was good to see you the last few months, brother. I'm so glad that you are embracing who you are.
And she goes and gives you a big hug.
I hope I can write back to you with good news very soon.
You better. I'll be looking for it. After Florignis, you'll have to tell me how the city is. I've heard things, but haven't been.
Yes, I'll tell you. If I find something interesting to bring back to you, I will.
Okay.
And she walks you to the door and opens it.
Well,
I'm gonna miss you.
guys. Conflict be with you, brother, as I know it will be.
Conflict guide you, sister. Go and kick ass.
Absolutely. Don't know how to do anything else, so...
And
Then
with
it's just gonna wave and, leave.
Yep. A broad smile across Brisa's face as you depart, and she closes the door behind her. As you head out into the streets of Altari once more, are you heading back towards the monthly abode, or is there any other things you want to do in the early morning hours here?
Not in particular for you, and
Din?
No, just meet with the others and,
Okay. Alrighty. Well, over a bit more time, you all garner a bit of a breakfast here, and before before Din arrives back at the Motley abode. As you all are grouped together once more.
When Ruka hears the door open, again instinctively he's just gonna start back. And then when he sees it's Din, it's quite an effort to disable his illusion, so he's not going to bother this time. But he is going to start taking stock of his inventory, and when he sees some of the vials of poison that they picked up, or technically the hot sauce bottles that were empty and then filled with poison, he's going to, oh shoot, do you think we have time to stop by the quartermaster? Do you think they'll have some vials?
Well, we are only eating breakfast, and I did say I still need to go there to pick up the packs with the snacks, the spices, and a few other things, and 4 gem crystals for us to keep us dry.
Right.
So
I actually wouldn't mind going with. I would like to pick up a few healing potions. Just to help ease the burden if I'm off in battle. You don't have to try to get to me so hard to try to heal me.
okay. Probably a good idea. I have to say it was very stressful in the last battle when, Din went down and Euan went down, and I couldn't even see you, Ruka. It wasn't until your friend showed up that I knew that you weren't even on the platform.
Yeah,
Very
that
stressed.
fight did not go very well.
No. And also maybe a good idea, because if I'm the one that goes down, well, let's say myself and Din both go down, neither of you have the same abilities that Din and I do, so maybe having a healing potion on both of you would be maybe a good idea as well. Just in case the two of us happen to go to sleep. Let's say it that way.
I have quite a bit left. So I should be able to afford a few for all of us.
How was your night, Din? Was it good? Sorry.
Good. Well, before
night
Din
was good,
can
Din?
answer,
Oh, okay, before
there's a
Din can
knock
answer,
at
never
the
mind.
door.
Oh, I can get it. He'll jump up. Go to the door.
As you open the door, there is a familiar-looking elvish butler that you met at Jean's estate, who greets you. Good day. You all are leaving today, yes?
Yes.
Very, very well. Master Euan would like to meet with you upon the shifting docks. Preferably sooner than later. I know the Glimmer Wake is set to depart as soon as you arrive.
Well, we have a final packing and preparations, but we should be. He's going to shout back to the party. We're going to be about an hour before we can board, or do we need 2?
Probably between an hour to 2 hours we will be there, no problem.
Right.
Wait,
she said.
I have a question. She jumps up from the table and runs over.
Yes.
Din, I have same question for you. This is for research processes. Last night when you were sleeping, did you have a strange, not dream? And maybe wake up feeling a little dizzy?
You look And see that this butler also was kind of confused at the question, but go ahead then.
I did feel strange last night, but I had drinks with Brisa, so I don't know if that was just the alcohol or what.
When you went to sleep, everything was dark, like more dark than dark, and then there were some sparkly lights, and then your whole world felt very spinny, and then you woke up and still felt a bit spinny.
Yes? Did you get
That was
drunk
not
for
the
the first
alcohol,
time
then.
last night, Asja?
How about you?
The butler.
She points at the butler.
Now, I usually do not disclose my nighttime activities and dreams with
Scientific
others,
research.
but yes, this something along those lines did occur. It was quite strange.
Alright. I'm glad that Juan is meeting us now. I have to... Alright, well, I think I already have information to share with them, so you can tell them that when you go back, that I think I already have some avenues that they can look into. So, alright. We'll be there
That's very good news.
as soon as we can.
Very well, I will tell them that. Thank you. And they
She
do a
walks
little
back to the table.
curtsy bow before leaving you all to your own vices.
And sits down and looks at Din. We all had the same dream. Or not dream. It wasn't a dream. A dream usually has pictures that run through your head. This was more... We all had the same nothing.
Shared experience. It was weird.
Including the butler.
The butler.
The butler.
Dun dun dun.
What about
Pardon me.
Rhukkarrak?
Din din din.
So, maybe this nothingness, maybe this is a side effect of everything that just happened.
Yes, but as Din just said, what about Rupert? Did he have the same dream?
She takes Rupert. Rupert?
Stares at you with one eye. Licks his chomps a little bit.
Actually, I don't even know. Because I'm always sleeping. So it's not like I know. Do you sleep, Rupert?
Just a blank stare back at you. Blinks once.
Okay, blink once for no, blink twice for yes. Did you also have a very strange experience in whatever your rest state was last night? Like I have explained already.
He just continues to stare at you, and then looks down to part of your breakfast. Like, licks his chomps again.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think he can really understand. I know what he wants. I pick up something off of the plate and hand it to him. Will this
Quite
help your
quickly
memory?
eats it. Nom 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 nom. Then once again licks his chomps, and then just like shrugs, as much as a lizard can shrug.
She just puts him on the table. He's not being helpful this morning. I don't think he sleeps or dreams. I mean, he's very different than what we are. He's a real lizard, but it's not like he's different. So maybe he doesn't dream the same.
I mean, that does
She
make
puts
sense.
another piece of food in front of him. Nothing about this makes sense. So just get used to that.
Well, we do have some preparations to take care of. Shall we get going?
Hey, we probably should. We don't want to keep our benevolent benefactor waiting.
Oh no, you're not doing this to me again. She pushes her food towards her and just starts scooping it. You guys can go ahead, but I'm going to finish my meal. Too many times I don't get to eat my whole meal. I am not... No, I can pack in minutes. I'm going to finish. She just sits at the table and eats her meal.
Rhukkarrak just looks at his empty plate and at Asja. Well, I'm going to clean up and then finish packing. And he'll take whoever has empty plates and start cleaning up, getting ready for the day.
All right. So as you all eventually do finish your breakfast, Asja might finish a couple plates, but eventually you're full for now. And you all head out together, I assume, out towards the lodge, or where are you all going?
Whatever I can buy the healing potions. I would like to stop at the blacksmith really quick on the way out as well.
You can do so. We'll head over to the lodge first, as you would know that you could pick up healing potions there too. They usually have a stock of them. As once again, Felix meets your gaze and calls out, "Oh, good morning! I have these packs ready for you all." Holsters them up and slides them over to you. They've got quite a bit of things inside of them. Some nice jerky, I did add some extra spices in there that you could use too. Some warmer clothes, some rations, all the stuff that any good adventurers need out in the wilds. Each one does contain a healing potion as well. To go, that comes with your warden rank. We offer a free one of those each time you leave.
I would like to buy some more of them as well.
Okay, how many?
How much are they?
50 gold a pop. Unless you would like the larger, more girthy ones.
How much are the girthy ones? Yeah.
I believe 150.
Well, I have 5 platinum. I could give that to you, Euan. I don't mind. That's like 50 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
let's do that. I'll take the 5 platinum. I'll get 1 of the girthy boys, and then 4 of the regular ones.
Right, so 5 altogether. Starts to scoop them together. Glass chipping against other glass as it clingers out in a little box. Here you are. Good luck carrying all those. Hopefully you can fit them in your pack.
Right, I've got room.
Oh, and we kind of struggled to collect some of the more valuable parts of the creatures we slayed on our way here. I don't suppose you have at least some vials for the venoms and things like that. Or perhaps some kind of preservatives.
Oh, yeah, to store stuff? Yeah, we can give you some of those. Yeah. Especially if you bring stuff back. Absolutely. Gives you a little kit that has different variety of vials, one that allows you to store and preserve stuff.
Excellent.
Anything else as you all are leaving today, right? There was the stone in there that allows you to keep dry. I did receive payment for those already, so you're good on that account?
Excellent. I don't have to worry about wet socks. That's all I care about.
Good luck with that. Traveling Tideswell, yes. Don't want to do so much.
Don't tell me that when I'm about to leave on a journey.
Have some extra socks if you want them.
I'll take the lot. No.
All right. Give you some extra socks.
Remove the 30 platinum from my pockets.
All the potions as Euan starts to... Every step now, just a little bit of cling, clang, clang. With all
Extra
the
disadvantage to my
fast
stealth.
files. Yes. Alright. Is there anything else any of you would like to do here at that, or are you heading over to now the forge?
I'm good here. I just want to head over to the forge really quick. I've got this great axe that I stole off of a monk that I then cleaved in twain with it. But it doesn't quite suit me. I'm hoping to change it out for a battle axe and maybe a shield.
Okay.
Just in case the need arises.
I'd say for brevity's sake, you're able to definitely give that over them. They give you a few coin in return, and they have definitely a small little shield that you can adorn, or the battle axe if you'd like.
All right. That works. How much would it be for both of them?
Now we'll say with this, and this you're just getting basic stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah, they just give it to you on the house.
Right, cool.
Alright, so as the Molyneux finishes their preparations here in the desert chapter, the rain's coming down pretty decently this morning. But now as you all walk, you can see there's just this aura of invisible barrier that as the raindrops get about half a foot, a couple inches, 6-ish inches from like your person, they just splash on this invisible barrier as the rain then filters down around you, leaving you very dry. And even you can see as you walk towards a smaller puddle, it like shifts the puddle slightly, not to the point where you would completely like part the Red Sea, but yeah, you can, water just seems to avoid you.
Well, that is quite handy. Asja, I believe you had the most to do. Where to next?
Oh, I just wanted to go to the infirmary really quickly and see if they had any extra Tylenol that I could get from them, so that we had some for you and on the trip. It will take me just 2 minutes. If you want to go and get all the packs ready, I can just run and then run back home really quickly, and then we can just go. It's not going to take long.
Okay, then I guess we'll meet you there.
And again, easily enough, you're able to head to the apothecary where you can refresh some of your own personal stock of different herbs and tonics that you like to carry around. You now have those 3 healer's kits as well for a bunch of bandages and all that good stuff. So you're a walking apothecary yourself in some regards.
Excellent.
As they do give you a couple the like tea bags or some Tylenol, but it's more along the lines of it's made with some pretty rare flowers, and so they don't have a ton, but they're able to give you a couple for those days that it really is bad.
Very appreciated. Thank you very much. And we'll be back. If I find anything interesting up north, I'll bring it back down.
Sounds good. As
Right.
Soren continues to pack up a bunch of the different stuff that he has on a moment's notice after giving you some of his personal stuff. But you then are able to return back to the Motley Hue there. As you all finish gathering everything else, you do get another knock on the door right before you all are about to leave.
Well, we seem to be popular today. Rhukkarrak will again go to get the door.
Holy shit, hell.
The door is a mimic. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
Behind the door, Chapter Master Lurangar is standing there. And a bit of a cloak of sorts to help keep off and strive off the rain as well. Ah, good. Glad I caught you before we all left. Can I come in real quick?
Oh yes, please come out of the rain.
He kind of brushes off some of the rain there before stepping in. Don't want to keep you long. I know you're probably got places to go and things to discover out in the world, as I feel most all the Sentinels are leaving me here. But you always will have this place. We'll keep it here for you, unless we receive word that you're dead. But I'm hoping that's not the case. So, good luck out there. Did you all get the packs that Finian gave out? Or not Finian, Felix. Names. There's so many of you all.
Hey. And picked up a few other supplies as well.
Good.
Yes,
to hear.
we're very well stocked.
Good. Go make the world a better place, Motley Hue. It was good to have you here at the Desert Chapter.
Would like to personally thank you for your acceptance. It was a nice change of pace from the general theme of Elendor, minus the Tide chapter, of course.
Yeah. I'm glad the Sentinels are able to be that place where people like us, kind of motions to just the lot of you, are able to find somewhere to fit in.
Yeah. Euan will extend an arm to shake his hand in a greeting.
And he'll grasp it and shake it back.
Yep.
Well, were there any final things that any of you require? Anything that I can provide before you do head off? I'd like to see you go fully prepared.
I think
Good.
I've got everything I need.
I'm sure we've forgotten something, but we will discover that after we've left.
You always do, right? Alright, well I won't keep you any
Yes,
longer.
it is.
We all
the-
have that Home Alone moment on the ship.
Probably
We're
shopping
sitting there
bags.
going, "Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun."
He is the curse of traveling. But I think we'll be fine.
I'm glad to hear. Good luck there, and don't die. With that, he goes and opens the door again, gives you one last nod, before putting up a cloak once more and stepping out into the rain.
Well, we're ready to put this place behind us.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it will always be here, so it sounds so final when you say it that way.
Well, we don't know if we'll ever be back. I wouldn't mind it. There is some small charm about this place. But I've been inside of these walls for too long. I'm itching to get out of them.
Din, are you ready to go? Start
Yeah,
your
I'm
new
ready to go.
adventure? With that
Yes.
gorgeous face of yours?
Is that what you think about my face?
Oh, you're very attractive.
He is quite handsome, isn't he?
I know, right?
So
Now I
stop.
see maybe why he was wearing that mask for too long. He was hiding all of that natural beauty under.
I was actually trying to hide the gap between my teeth, but whatever. Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Well, let's get on another ship, and it seems to be how every adventure starts. Let's get on another ship.
All right.
I guess she'll sling her backpack and her sacks and pat Rupert
It's
on the
Jan's
head.
ship, so, catering will be very good, I'm sure. And the rest of the accommodations, I guess.
Well, let's hope so. I wasn't very used to that other ship with the hammocks. I know, Ruka, that's how you're used to, but those hammocks were just, ugh. I have to say, much like waking up this morning, kind of dizzy and queasy. Oh yeah, those hammocks, especially when the river was a little bit choppy and they just kind of swung back and forth. Oh, my stomach didn't like those.
I just
Jan
didn't fit
also
in
said
them.
that the ship was gonna undergo modification, so I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be extremely safe.
Everybody ready? She opens the door and kind of motions. Let's get out
Yep.
of here.
We'll have to see what those modifications are when we get there.
I don't know, but I'm interested on how a ship goes through the sand. I'm wondering if that's one of the modifications. I've only ever heard of a ship going through the sea. So, or the water.
All right. You all step outside once again, feeling the breeze that's a little bit more brisk than it has been in the last several months. But no moisture meets your skin, thankfully. And you step onto the airways and head out towards
Well, no,
the
Asja
western.
is going to lock the door and put the key in her bag. Just there we
Good
go.
idea, yes. I'm sure you blew out all the candles and all
Yes.
the lanterns too. Probably a good idea, right? Before you left. But
Yeah.
on board the airways, the city is quite busy once again, as there's just that air of people wanting to move, people wanting to get out of here and go see the broader world, as well as just some contention of people unknown, the whole unknown about this Aether that has the city kind of riled up in a sense. It's definitely quite different of an atmosphere than when you arrived at the city at the middle of Embervale. But eventually you arrive at the western gate there, where there is once again a large airway that descends hundreds of feet down from the overarching butte that the city of Altari sits upon. And it's quite busy here. The streets are quite packed with elven commoners that are making their way down. And just like on the previous day when you said goodbye to Damaris and the Sunblades and the Heartroot Sapling, seems like more people are leaving. So there's a bit of traffic, if you would call it that, as you have to wait a little bit of time before you're let into this elevator of sorts, as the wind once again whistles up past you as you slowly start to descend. The large rock formation behind you as you grow closer and closer down to the desert surface there. And you do see, now that you're right pretty much outside of the city at this point, the horizon line is taken up by dunes upon dunes, but in the valleys of those dunes, a lot of them are filled with quite a bit of moisture. You can just barely see, especially closer, there appears to be some greenery, some sort of plant life that has sprung into existence around the desert here. It's a very different scene than when you trekked across it in Embervale. But as you gaze out across the vast horizon, it's still, you cannot see any sort of end. It looks like the shifting sand sea is endless in this moment. But you know that there is an end to it. You've walked across it. And so slowly, you descend further and further, your vantage point growing closer and closer to the horizon. As it then once again opens, as there's a little bit of a bustling kind of port area here, where you see several different ships that are been dry docked upon sand that hasn't quite filled up yet, but there is a bit of a harbor almost section where there are ships buoyant on top of a lake that has formed here from all the rain. As over the last about month or so, it's almost been raining the entire time. It started off very slow with the end of Stormwick, but then just continues to get more and more as Tideswell comes. And so while some of these boats, you imagine, probably won't be able to leave for a good couple days or weeks longer until the water level rises higher, there are a couple that you see elven passengers start boarding. And wherever they may go, you do not know. But you start to walk the sandstone streets here of this kind of ramshackle. It's definitely not super well upkept of a port, as it is not within the barriers of Altari. So it is not protected from the storms. And you can see a decent amount of repairs and like buildings being built once again after they've been torn down or rent asunder from those storms. But you start to follow a bit of traffic as you make your way through the crowds, not quite sure where you're going, but eventually one of you spots a vessel not quite similar like the other ones. It is a long, sleek boat that is almost entirely made of ember glass. And you catch on the side that it does have its name adorned, the Glimmerwake. And so slowly you make your way in that direction. As the thoroughfare continues to be congested, you push back past some more people before it breaks slightly, as there's not a ton of people crowding around this vessel itself. And as you arrive at the vessel, there is a plank, a gangplank, if you would, that is currently leading up to the ship itself. But you also see a shimmer of sorts that is wrapping around one of the main masts. And it looks like there's something flying. It appears like you only catch it here and there as the rain kind of splatters against the mast, but there's a creature that is just slowly drifting around. It almost resembles some sort of manta ray-like visual for all our sakes. And it just is kind of circling the main mast there with quite the wingspan, if you would, as these fins jet out from it. That's the first thing that kind of catches your eye, unnatural phenomena about this vessel. But as you do make it to the actual gangplank, an individual steps down, a large umbrella over their head, as you all see before you, Jean.
Greetings, Monthly here. I'm very glad you all have made it today. I present to you the Glimmerwake. I'm sure it will take you very far. Quite quickly at that. I have gathered together quite the crew to accommodate your needs. I hope that we'll let you venture forth and find whatever you are looking for, so that I might also be able to find.
They walk over to Asja there and pull out a small little notebook of sorts from their cloak and hand it over to you.
As promised, this is some of the information that we have been able to round up over the last few months. I hope it also leads you towards further information.
You also had the strange nut dream last night, right?
Strange not dream. It's an interesting way to put it. But yes, I do believe I know what you're talking about.
It seems a majority of people experienced that last night.
Yeah, something that I think
It's
is
news since
worth
the
looking
knowledge
into.
got unlocked. But I will look into that, but I don't have the ability to look into the other odd thing that has come up. It's been brought to our attention that perhaps one of the larger pockets of the death energy up in the north is starting to act strange. If you have the ability, maybe you could send a team. Either they don't need to go into, but just go and observe the other pocket, one of the other pockets, just to see if there's any changes there as well. If so, this knowledge might be a bit more concerning than we would like to think.
When you
No.
say strange, what do you mean?
It was described as seeming to gain a consciousness, a desire, control. It was moving about and became a lot more dangerous to traverse.
If you could have teams, or a team, or someone, just go and check one of the other 3 pockets that we've at least got here. See, they don't, as I said, they don't have to go in, they don't even need to go close, just go and observe. I can go up to the northern one and check there as well. I don't know if the Age of Despair and this all had some sort of connection, and that's something I would like to have some bit more understanding about. What are all of the side effects of this knowledge? Not just what is this knowledge.
Whoever it is you send, they really do need to be on their guard, even if they're not getting close. One of the creatures that Malric brought forth in the events of a few months ago almost wiped out myself and my friends near Mithrandel. We hadn't gotten to the city.
Yes, they are very dangerous. I know of some individuals who are curious to venture that way, though. I will inquire upon them if they will do so.
We should just be prepared for anything. It could be a stirring because what this is actually going to help us maybe cleanse the death energy. But on the other side, we still do have knowledge of this age of despair where death energy covered everything.
This could be exactly why the Aether was sealed in the first place.
It very well could be.
But I don't have the ability to go to these places. I do have the ability to go to the northern one and study it there. Hopefully, with all of our information combined, we can make more informed decisions on things instead of just imaginations running off, as mine is right now. My thoughts are going 1,000 miles, but if that is something you can do, I would appreciate it.
I think
it would
could
help our research.
find some people to do so, yes. And I will continue to, well, research here as well. And count from those who have already come back or will come back in the next few months with information.
Well, if I find the information, I will try and send you some sort of word. But if not, it will have to be when I return to Valtari with all of the information.
Yes. Aboard the ship there is a device that will able to send information directly to me. And it can only be used once per day. And the words will be limited. But I ask that you use that if you would like to send what you find to me. Is in these times, I do not know how much we can trust other ways of information.
I would say not at all, so that is probably the safest way. You were very smart for that one.
Well, good luck, Motley here. I'm very curious to see what you find out there.
I do have one last question, though. Just one.
They look towards you.
And she kind of looks up at the mast. What is that?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. They're a friend.
Okay.
They aid with my ship's travel. I will allow the crew to inform you of all that detail. This here is...
As they motion backwards, as you can see, pretty burly, red Drakthir stepping over the railway there, or the rails of the actual ship. They look down towards you.
This here is the captain of this vessel, Argon.
And motions towards him.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'll be your captain on this voyage, but don't call me captain. I don't like that. Just everyone, if you don't want to come up here, we can discuss more of where you're all going and how we can get you there.
So we just call you Argon?
That will do finally.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Tin.
Pleasure.
That's a very nice hat you're wearing.
Oh, you like it, do you? I think it's nice. Keep some of the rain off my head.
Yes. Ruka is going to just kind of give a farewell wave to John Yinquin and head on to the deck.
Okay. As you all on board the vessel here, it almost feels like the ember glass beneath you just radiates just a slight bit of warmth as you step on board. And you can see some of the rain that pitters and patters on the surface almost sets off a little bit of steam. Just not to the point where it's like hot to the touch, like you can cook an egg on it, but it's warm. As you all, Argon here shakes, or goes to shake each of your hands as you on board. So I've been told that you all are traveling north. I'm at your behest on where you would like to go. Me and the crew here will take you where we can, whether that be over dunes or water.
I think we are all agreed that we'd like to go to Floringus, correct?
That is my destination.
Yes.
But that's the first destination.
That's
Yeah, after
should
that
be
we have other places.
easy enough. And you can see that Argon's eyes or his eye, one of the eyes is bound by an eye patch. Eye kind of falls upon Euan a little curiously. Euan, you're pretty used to that, but there's no difference here.
Euan offers a knowing smile.
I think me and you will have to have a conversation.
I already anticipated that.
Good. I'm a bit of a collector of tales, and I believe. Well, anyways. Welcome on board the Glimmerrake. And as he starts to walk across the deck there, as you can see, the main mast here actually rises and splits into like a Y shape with the two arms, that then a large sail is on each side of that. This big blanketing way that can catch the winds. And great. Hope you just threw my brain out. I saw that notification.
I did nothing. I know not what you speak of.
My train of thought ruined. No. As he motions towards some of the... Just started to show you around the ship a little bit. The main deck here is quite long. It's around 70 feet. It's not the biggest galleon of sorts. And it is also shaped quite differently than the Jurgale that you traveled on to Veltari. And there's just this faint humming noise that is coming from what you can ascertain below deck. He starts to point out some of the other individuals who are currently on board, getting everything ready for departure. You see many of them are elves. There's looks to be one other gnome and an orcish figure that he points to. That says, "Oh, this is our cook." As the orcish figure just kind of nods, kind of smacks a larger pot belly.
If you have any desired tastes, I'm the one to come to. And if you're picky, well, starve. Nah, just kidding. Welcome aboard.
As you continue to make the rounds here, you point up towards a elevated little platform where there is an elven individual currently doing some moves, and you saw this was very similar to what Gales did on the Azure Gale. You assume this is probably an aeromancer of some sort, to allow you those gusts of wind and control those gales in order to, well, fill the sails wherever you go. And above, you watch this manta ray once again continue to circle and slowly kind of descend. And you watch this elven individual kind of put a hand up and just graze its like underside for a moment. You can see there's some sort of connection between the two of them there. But Argon leads you down towards an underside of the ship and shows you your own quarters. It's a group room, so you don't have your own separate rooms each here, but there's actually like a bed for each of you. You're not on hammocks like you were on the Shirk Island. It is definitely a nicer space for you all to share. It is not as nice by any means from the motley abode that you just left, but it is definitely an upgrade for a traveler here. And as you are below deck here, once again, you just hear that subtle just hum of energy, and especially both Euan and Asja, you both just feel just this warmth and this connection to whatever this hum is. Like it almost resonates within your soul in a sense. As Argon takes you lower. So more or less how this ship works, it's fueled by fire energy, directly taken or borrowed from the primal flame here in the city. And using that energy allows us to have almost a blanket of hot condensed air that allows us to just drift wherever we want, whether that be over water or sands. And he motions towards like a room where that humming is coming from. You all can ascertain that. And it is definitely hotter in that vicinity. That's a bunch of arcanery in there. I ask you probably don't want to go in there unless you know what you're doing with all the fire energy and runes. But probably not needed for any of you to go in there unless like the ship is under attack or something happens. I just ask you, your friend. He then motions and shows you the spot where Juan was mentioned earlier. There's a small little orb of sorts that is built in to one of the walls here. So this here, you can, well, talk back to Juan if you need to. There's only one way. I cannot get information to us. But if we find anything quite good out there, we can use this to give it back.
Good to me. And the ship seems very comfortable, especially that hum. I like that hum. It's very cozy feeling.
Does have a cozy feeling. Well, I'll make preparations for us all to leave. And, well, I'm sure we'll get to know each other more across the next couple of days. The Florignis, I mean, it is still a distance, that's for sure. With this vessel, we could probably get there in 3-4 weeks' time. Know that I believe Jean also said that there was something in those notes, though, that might want to allow us to stop somewhere in between the two to search something else out. So, just let me know.
Once I set up my stuff and in the room and go and make sure that maybe your cook was not joking or was joking about the whole starving thing.
Oh.
That is...
Yes, he was just joking.
He makes pretty good food. Not the best I've had, but it's good.
Does he make spicy food?
If you want it spicy.
Excellent.
Okay. So I'll go talk to him and request spicier food for my dad and I. And then, and as she's saying my dad, she points at Euan. Yeah, he can tell you about that too. You'll have lots to talk about. And then I will start
Okay.
researching the book.
Well, welcome aboard. If you have any questions, just let me know. And with that, he starts to walk back off and shout some commands as you hear some more footfalls above deck there, as once again the ship starts to bustle as everyone starts to get a move on. The humming sensation grows a little stronger as you feel a lurch in the ship's trajectory as you start to take off from Valtari.
Well,
Everyone's
with-
sorry.
with all the excitement last night and the preparations, I wasn't able to do my nightly meditation. So unless any of you need something from me, I think I'm going to go take care of that right now. And if anyone wants, I can take your stuff into our room.
I can take my stuff. I was just going to, now that we're alone, and she drops her voice. Sorry, this is from like a children's book that I read, but Captain R gone. Sorry. She walks away. Maybe pirates. Just giggling to herself.
Euan will fully do that thing that is a half face palm, a half just grabbing the bridge of his nose in exasperation.
Ruka will just look at her in confusion. That doesn't match any of the stories he grew up with. Again, he's from the far north, so.
She's just spent the past few weeks reading children's stories to get little tidbits of information. She's come across a lot of children's stories lately.
Definitely a couple pirate tales in there, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
The one about a pirate with a jar of dirt. That one was fascinating. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Asja will just go and claim a bed and then change, they're going to be on the ship for a little while, so I think she'll probably take a lot of her stuff out of her backpack, like clothing wise and like stuff like that, and put it maybe under the bed. And then in the backpack, she's going to put her notebooks, her pen, her ink, her scroll case with all the papers in it, this notebook that Juan has just given them. Alright. She looks like she's a kid ready to go to, she's off to school with her homework. I'm going to go talk to the orc about making sure that we have the spicy food, and then I'm going to find a big table and take it over for a little while and take a look at whatever is in the book that we were just given. Maybe there is somewhere that we should stop along the way, and if there is, I should probably find it before maybe we go past it. If anybody wants to keep me company, I will be up there, but I also maybe want to make some tea. I don't know. But I will be wherever there is a big table. I'm assuming that there is some sort of... What did you call it back? And I always had a problem with it because it's a clean place. Mess hall!
Yeah, the mess hall.
Yeah!
Argon would have showed
Never
you where
understood
that
that
was,
one.
too. Right
Okay.
below deck. Pretty much right as you turn the stairs after going below.
So, Asja, looking like a kid off to university class with all of the books and papers and like a pen shoved through like a messy bun in her hair and stuff like that. She just kind of walks off.
The Azure walks off. What are the
Ruka?
rest of you doing?
I was gonna say Ruka's gonna do what he said he was gonna do, just as he has been doing for the past few weeks, if not month, or last few 10 days. Anyway, he's going to go sit on his bed and just kind of slowly shift between his different forms. Mostly just between White Drakthir and his orcish self, and really concentrate on the source of the power and where it's coming from.
Okay. Just go ahead and once again roll me a charisma check.
Will this be the one?
Nope, not gonna happen.
Not with that attitude.
The 15.
15. Okay. As you sit there and go through the motions that you have several times now over the last several months since you talked to Damaris, just trying to look and peer behind what gives you these powers. Where do they come from? Like, you feel as you shift your illusions and whatnot, that sense of energy that kind of just flows through you. And you try to delve deeper into where or why you have this power. And as you do so, you just sit and calmly in a meditative pose. Take inhales and exhales, eyes closed. Just trying to sense your surroundings as you shift between Drakthir, orcish form, change the colors, just all these motions you've done countless times now. You just continue to do that. And you just continue to take a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes go by before something jolts you. As you're shifting here, there is a sudden, very potent, just overwhelming urge of a memory. You're not quite sure, but it just racks your brain for just a split second and completely breaks you out of that trance-like state of this meditation that you've grown so used to. And it's wild. You just try to open your eyes, but all you see is darkness. All you see is just void. And you start to panic for a moment. Your chest starts to heave and hoe as you breathe in and out further, or faster and faster, rapidly, your heartbeat accelerating. And then the darkness fades as vision returns to your eyes. As you're not sure what just happened. But something definitely just happened.
He's going to just, like, heavy breathing, just sitting there. I think rather than going back to meditation, because that really disturbed him for a bit, he's just going to take the rest of the time that he normally does to just kind of sit and think on the experience and try and piece together this almost memory that he had. But I think that the experience would have drained him a little bit, and he'll drift off into a nap. He's sitting on a bed.
Okay.
And he'll unintentionally drift off into a nap.
So as Rhukkarrak experiences that, what are Euan and Din doing?
Euan is, I think, going to follow Asja to keep Asja company for the time being. And as he goes to follow Asja, he will turn to Din and say, "Do you want to come with us?"
I have something for you.
You do.
Yes, here, pick one. And they're wooden whistles. I don't know. I guess you can choose what it looks like.
He will. Very fitting. I think he'll take a whistle that looks like it's almost carved into the shape of a pipe, not too dissimilar to what he uses.
Very nice.
Thank you. What are these for? And he'll
Sure.
fully like turn it and blow into the whistle immediately.
This racking noise pierces all. This was what caused Rhukkarrak to panic. No. This very, very loud siren kind of noise breaks the quiet moment here in the ship as you hear a bunch of people like clamber, some people drop some things on top of the ship there, as you start to hear a little bit of people like, what's going on? Everybody okay?
Sorry. I got a new thing and I was testing it out. I didn't realize that would happen.
As Argon kind of looks down and after hearing that, false alarm! Go back to what you're doing!
Euan just kind of shuffles his feet awkwardly, like an embarrassed toddler.
Yes, that's what the whistle is for. I don't know. Seems like we were gonna go to the wilderness and maybe that could help.
I would certainly hope so. That was very loud, but we can hear it, and that's important. Thank you very much for this. It's very thoughtful, Den.
I just, don't light it on fire because it looks like a pipe.
No, that's what this is for, and he'll pull out his actual pipe, like pack down the half bowl of tobacco that he has left in it from the morning, and light it.
Alright, so as the three of you, following in the footsteps of Asja, head over towards... You're just going to see the cook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least Asja is. And then she's heading to the galley mess hall and taking over a table. Or at least starting with an end of a table, and then as research happens, it'll just become the table.
Did you remember your red yarn?
I knew I forgot something at home. Damn it.
As you approach closer towards the mess, you just hear this, just kind of, like a faint shout over through some closed doors as you just hear,
You're gonna be delicious, you hear me? You're gonna be delicious! So good! Oh yeah!
as you get closer.
I need to be friends with this man.
I see he has a passion for food. That's good.
That is very good.
I told you.
You did.
She'll walk up to the kitchen door and very gently knock, knock, knock.
Oh, come on in! Come on in! Oh, newcomers, yes, welcome. I'm just, preparing a quick little, bite to eat here as we all leave. Good. Gotta start the journey off right?
And smacks his stomach once more. As you can see, there's
You
a
are
large...
speaking a very good language, and she smacks her own stomach even though it's not like his.
There's a large pot of, bubbling stew currently steaming. And the scent in here is quite, draws you in, definitely. It definitely has some foreign spice to it that you haven't necessarily tried before, but it smells really good. Starts to stir the big pot and hum just a little underneath his breath there.
Is there a specific type of thing you want? I can see what we have.
I'm willing to try your food, but my palate is more used to. She looks around. Oh, he's not here. How did Rhukkarrak put it? One of the first times he tried it at my level. Oh God, my mouth is melting.
Oh, the milk mouth. Oh, that's my favorite one. Yes, spice, right? Lots of spice.
I knew I liked you.
Yeah, don't worry. I got 2 different types of soup here. One that's like, oh, my mouth is on fire. It's melting, just like shut there. And then there's other one that just like points at another one that's like barely bubbling. That's for everyone else.
But she kind of sniffs the air and, wafts the air towards her nose. There are some spices I don't recognize. But maybe over the next little while I could come in the kitchen and talk about different spices with you.
Absolutely.
It's a very big interest of mine.
Well, absolutely. I'd love to show you what I do. The name's Truck.
Truck. I am Asja.
Nice
And
to
this
meet
is
you.
Rupert.
Hi, little guy. He likes spice too.
He does.
I just got to. What you gonna go to? Perfect day.
Goes and pulls out a few little bits of they almost look like dried peppers and brings one up towards Rupert, who looks curiously at it and then looks towards you.
If you want to try it, it's very spicy, but go for it.
Just opens his mouth and the tongue like slingshots out and picks it up. And, nom nom. As Rupert then starts to stand on his hind legs a little bit and just you could see it's definitely having a immediate reaction as he starts to almost get the zoomies and starts to just run around your neck there.
Oh, he likes
Very
it.
Yep, he liked it very much.
Those are some dried peppers from back home. Back here, a lot of what's in the soup here.
But wait, so you're not from... I always thought that more in your lands... I'm sorry, I have led a very sheltered life. I assumed that you were more from the northern Orcan lands, and I was always told the food was very bland up there. There's spicy food up there?
I don't
Or
know what
you're
kind
not
of
from there?
northern food you're talking about. I'm from Vlasklom, it's a big Orcish tribe. There's all kinds of different culinary that we have. But most of it is at least decently spicy.
She turns to you and, Dad, we might have to stop there. I think I might want bring some seeds home. New
I
variants of spicy
agree.
peppers. Mm-hmm. Now I'm actually excited to go.
You went before, well, I'm glad you are now. This is probably going to be quite a long journey. I'll keep your belly full the entire time.
Smacks his belly once again.
You are
I
going
look
to be
forward
best
to
friends.
it.
Just one last question before I take over a table. Is there somewhere where maybe I could boil some water just to have some tea consistently kind of going? I have some studies to do and I like having a cup of tea.
Right, here you are.
It shows you a little portion of the kitchen that is currently not being used by the 2 pots of stew that you were able to boil up some water. You can see there's different runes on this table of sorts that the pots are currently on. There's not a fire here boiling these pots. You can just see warmth emanating from this slate table that has different runes that you don't need a whole lot of arcane sense to know about, but they are heavily to deal with fire energy therein. And you can quickly grab a little pot of water and put it on top, and it starts to eat very, very quickly.
Dan, do you also want tea?
Just go ahead and make some, and if he doesn't want it, I'll drink it.
Okay. Asja will boil water and make a pot of tea, and I guess we'll head out to the tables, and Asja will sit down and place the tea, and suddenly her backpack will explode into just notebooks and ink files and paper, and then the book that Euan gave to her. Alright. Page 1. She licks a finger. And she just suddenly just starts reading, cup of tea in hand, and is just very focused and keeps turning pages.
As we leave the kitchen, Euan will just kind of absent-mindedly pick up a small roll or loaf of bread or something and just walk out with it without even realizing.
Yep.
Just start munching.
Definitely do so. What are the two of you doing, Din and Euan, as Asja now studies?
For part of the studies, and while Euan is eating the bread, Euan will sit there and watch. But after time starts to tick by, that urge to be better, and the guilt that is driving that, will start to come back forward. He'll start to get antsy, and he will go, if there's like an open area just outside of the mess hall where he can start working out, doing calisthenics, training something towards this idea of I can't let this happen again, he will, but hopefully in shot of Asja in case she finds something interesting or wants to talk.
Okay, you could do like calisthenics and whatnot down there, but if you're trying to do like maneuvers with your halberd or whatnot, you probably want to do that above deck, as there is still pretty confined corridors. It's not a huge open space. You guys are on a cruise ship, but it's
Right. Like, what is appropriate for the area that I am at is what I will be doing.
Yeah, you can do so.
And I think that as time goes by, like I said, it's gonna be a short nap, and he'll get up and just, I did not realize I was still so tired. But I should probably go see the others up too. And he's going to actually just wander around when he sees the group, sees Euan just doing some exercises and things. He'll join him.
Okay. Anything in particular that you would like to be doing as the Glimmerwake departs from Valtari?
I do believe Din is AFK at the moment.
Oh, not bad. I didn't see the message.
Yeah. Good timing.
I'm sorry, yeah. What did I miss?
Oh, good. Just conversation with the orcish cook. And now Asja is studying. Euan's doing a little bit of workout. What would Din like to do?
I think I'm gonna go look for the captain.
Okay. You can do so as you go up above board here. As you see the distance that you have already made from Valtari just in these last few minutes is quite a decent distance. Like, you can still see the city quite clearly, but much faster than you traveled on the Rhukkarrak, that's for sure. As you go above board, you can see the sails drifting with this manicured wind that the Aeromancer is currently pouring into it. As you see the Argon, looks like he's doing the rounds, making sure everyone's doing their job. As he walks over and you can talk to him.
Hello, Argon.
What,
This is a fine
Is there-
vessel.
Thank you.
I was just wondering how long you've been he's the captain.
Not the longest of times, but a decent amount. I mean, we've had some pretty serious improvements this last harsh that allow us to now.
Kind of looks over the side of the boat.
Well, travel a lot quicker. Before, it was more or less just a regular vessel made from member glass.
I see.
I've been on the seas, though, for most of my life.
You didn't tell us where you're from, right? Do you mind if I ask?
I have not. No, I am from the Pyroclast Isles.
Interesting.
Even though, I mean, that's technically where I'm from. I'd say the open sea is probably where I'm really from. Gives you a little wink with his eye.
Makes me wonder why, well, someone like you would end up in the employment of Juan in Valtari, middle of the desert.
Well, I mean, Jan has quite a bit of connections. And they share a lot of my own interests. Exploring the world. Seeing what the great lands of Sorka have to offer.
Many stories, I'm sure.
Well, of course. Some I hope to share with you all.
Would be very interesting to hear them, yes.
And I'm sure we'll have plenty of time.
And looks up towards the sky. Eye catches the manta that is currently drifting alongside the ship.
We're going to, Florignes first. You ever been?
No, I haven't.
It is. It's good. It's definitely elfin, that's for sure. Not quite like Veltari, though. But also not like Elendor. But,
Elven sounds good to me.
well, yeah. Elves are good. You're from, Gertis? I'm seeing the colors, at least. So that you are.
I am from Kertas.
Very good. I've not known too many of your kind. I'm sure there are stories that you could share with me as well.
Of course. Stories about sailing as well. I myself, well, I have spent most of my life just watching the skies, the stars, charting them. I think I could help. I could be of use around the ship. If you ever need me.
It's good. I will let you know if we need a hand here or there. I'm sure Braille over there points towards the Aeromancer. Probably look at whatever charts you have as well. Well, let's get back to it.
few other preparations and other things that I have to see to, but then I believe we'll gather together for a proper. Well, I believe Trop was saying something about big festival food or whatever. That one's a little outgoing. It's good though. Keep the ship lively. And with that,
All right.
they give you a little bit of a nod before departing. Once again, you're just above board here, no one at your immediate vicinity. And you glance back and you can see that the ship has actually left the bit of a river that has formed here, or this reservoir, and is currently gliding over some dunes that are still wet with some moisture for sure. But behind the ship you see this trail, this wake if you would, that looks like just glass, like it reflects a shimmer glass. And you look a little bit further over the side of the ship and see there's like the distortion of heat at the very bottom of the ship that is currently emanating from the base of the hull there, allowing a gap of air that the vessel is currently drifting upon, leaving in its wake this superheated sand.
Well, that's amazing. I think Dean would just like stay there just to check it out, and then I guess walk a little bit, just checking what other people are doing, and then I don't know. I think he will like find a corner and start like practicing his music and performances.
Okay. As you walk around, you just see in general, there's probably a good 15, 20 elven individuals that are just deckhands that move about the ship. Some scrubbing the deck in different areas, some tightening different ropes that tie to the mast and adjusting the sails. And they're just all allowing this vessel to move at this very quick pace. And it is definitely a machine in motion with all of these individuals, very practiced at what they do. You find a small little spot. The rain has subsided just slightly. It's still coming down, but your little bubble of dryness around you causes a couple eyes as well as you pull out your crossbow harp, lyre thingy-ma-bob, start to play a little tune and practice. We'll return below deck as Asja, you start to flip through the pages that Juan had given you, and it starts to detail some of the findings that they had found and mentions of Aether. And a lot of it is not necessarily new information, but you come across on a couple pages in, there is a detail, a note from on themselves that details a lost ruin towards the northwest. That they said that underneath it in like subtext that this could be a very interesting site. They had sentinels go observe it a couple of years back, but there wasn't much to find there. But they're very curious if, now that Aether has been revealed, if there's not more than met the eye last time they visited.
I guess Euan and Ruka, who are in the room, I guess Mal, are you down here or are you upstairs playing? Or sorry, Din, are you upstairs on the deck playing your music, or are you downstairs in the galley playing your music?
If everyone else is there,
Sorry,
like
you just
at
said
the
you
mess
found a
hall.
corner, so.
Yes, like if everyone is down at the mess hall, I think Dean would be, where everyone else is.
Okay. So you're all kind of.
I think okay. There is another temple. Note right here. Apparently, many years back, the Sentinels went to observe this temple where there was some things found, I guess. But now that the knowledge has returned, it might actually be a really good place to check out. It might be the same as what we found in the desert. I'd really like to be able to not only see if it had the same symbol, but also if there's also been any effect on that. Remember, we found the glyphs of it looked like either people coming up or going down in that celestial.
Right.
If
Yes.
it's one of those, and now with the knowledge active, it might be a bit more active than the one we already studied. Are any of you opposed to stopping to maybe see if there's more?
I'm not opposed.
I'd really like to go.
I don't have a problem.
Din?
I was just thinking that, I don't know, are we gonna meet another guardian? And yeah, of course, like, I would actually love to check that out. I think it's a very interesting theory. Because we were able to see something back there. And I just kind of remember everything now, but it was fuzzy before. So it makes sense.
Alright, well.
I could try and help you figure out where it is exactly if we can get a map.
Well, let's ask Argon if he has a map that we could use, and it's apparently northwest of here. Give me a few more minutes, and I'll read through and see if there's anything more specific.
Yeah. You do read that the signs that you want to look for is a rock formation that almost appears to look like a carved spear. Something that like juts from the ground in an odd way that the other rock formations of the Sánchez Sea don't quite do.
Okay, wait. Okay, so when we were coming here from, when we were going to Valtari from Elendor, there was the, what did you call it in?
The Guardian?
Watcher? The Guardian.
The Watcher? Yes. Yes, the Watcher.
But then, now this one, apparently the thing we have to look for is a spear. What?
I wonder if it's all connected.
What if these are connected somehow? What if these different things are, I don't know, like map points to the different temples or different sites? What if it's all been under our feet the whole time? We just didn't know what to look for.
Between a guardian and a spear,
No,
I don't.
The rock formation itself, the guardian, it looked like a guardian holding a spear. Didn't it?
Yes,
I
it
remember
looked like
correctly.
someone watching people who came and went. And
But then
that's kind of the legend. And if this one looks like a spear, the tip of a spear, I do see a connection.
maybe there's a connection. Maybe these are the ways that we look. Maybe these are things that we need to. Oh no! She moves a bunch of papers and grabs another notebook out, opens it up.
We didn't
Just
see
adding-
anything back in Elendor, but that's because the temple we found there was literally below the city and it was flooded. But perhaps there
could
was
have been
something there.
that we
Yes.
missed. There was the entire section that we didn't go down.
That is true. We planned to go back the next day while we could still breathe underwater, but unfortunately, by that point,
Right. Now I want to go back there even more. I want to see if there's another one of these watchers or something like it over there where that temple is.
I don't know. Maybe something to. She makes a note. This is my things to research list, and she kind of flips through multiple pages to the point where she's just put legends about strange rock formations.
I just remembered that the temple in Elendor was a temple to Aquor. And I don't know, maybe something will happen this season there. I think it would have been good to mention that to Gronk or Tarin.
Unfortunately, now we have no way to get in touch with them. We've kind of left our easy way of communicating with them. So, when we get to Floringus, we can write them and ask them if anything did happen.
There is something else that I also have been thinking about. I kind of wanted to know what you guys think. The thing is that why was Aeon Sathriel in such a hurry to get Jorge to Valtari? Was it because he wanted it to be safe? Or because he wanted it to be with, the cult and Malric?
To be in time for the ritual?
Exactly.
I don't
That
see
does-
any other reason why there'd be such a rush.
Because the tree was not safe in Elendor. Or at least I don't think it was.
I don't think it
I
would have been
think-
either.
Also, if we look at Aeon, he does everything for money. I am
What?
pretty sure he was paid very well for that tree.
Okay. Yes, you're right. It's just that I don't know.
I don't know. I should go back to not trusting everybody, but that just doesn't make my life very easy. But
Maybe Aeon didn't know what he had on his hands. Perhaps only someone like Damaris would be able to figure that out. And Aeon just, saw it as an opportunity to make money, but I don't know if Aeon knew what Jorge was. Aeon already has a lot of power with other, him being the owner of an elemental essence. But I don't know. He doesn't seem like the person who would give up something like this. It's just what I think.
I do
I don't know.
question one thing. Who went there? I mean, unless one of the few people that left Mithendrel at the end and the survivors was able to, I don't know, have this sapling and bring it out and have nothing appear over the past 80 or so years. Who was able to get into Mithendrel, retrieve it, First off, who even had the knowledge that there might even be a sapling? So who is the person that brought it to Aeon?
And wasn't necessarily with bad intentions.
I don't know, but
It
I
was
think-
mentioned that this sapling has not grown for a long time. It's in some sort of like freeze. So I would not be surprised if it had come out with the refugees from the original event and no one went into the death energy to find it.
Well, I don't know where 4 of them are. One of them is dead. Funny enough, we happened to kill him. And the other one claims to be dead, but is still very much alive.
And the one that we did kill was one of those refugees, so he probably would have known that the sapling existed.
He was not a refugee, though. He was already in... I sent a letter to Gronk. I asked him, as long as it wasn't going to get him into trouble, to see if he knew why Maloric was called to Elendor. You see, Maloric was called to Elendor before Mithril was attacked. He was in Elendor when the attack happened. I've told you all that my people knew about things happening, but they only had about 2 or 3 days warning, not weeks. So it's not, I don't think Maloric was the one that took it out. He was already gone, if it was a refugee. I don't know who it was. Or somebody who is very brave and, in my opinion, also very stupid, was able to get in, fend off the death energy and what it's created, but then who would have knowledge that the tree would even have a sapling?
It could have been by
I think-
happenstance.
I don't think Aeon is... I don't think Aeon is more than just a corrupt, greedy person who has grown up in this very lush, I am a very important, noble person life. I think that that's brought on a naivety when it comes to the good or bad of business that he does. I don't think he asks a lot of questions other than how much money is this going to make me? But I also think that Aeon is a big key player in getting some information about who might have some of the answers we need for some of our questions. So I wouldn't count him out completely. He is still a player in this somehow, whether he's doing it all for money or whether he has more information. I still think he has some part to play in this.
I think it would be smart to make him think that we are, on his side, staying in his good graces. Maybe even feed him some information that we select, so he knows what we want him to know. I don't know, something to consider, I think.
Well,
Well,
you had the best relationship out of all of us with him, so if you think that that would work, probably a good idea then, and we can just manicure a very safe amount of information to give him, just in case. Enough to keep his, what is that saying? Wet his whistle and keep him interested. That would be good, right?
All too
Yes.
political for me.
He's very powerful, and we need powerful allies.
Well,
Yes.
either way, we should get the map. We can start seeing. Or actually, I don't even know if there would be on the map something that looks like a spear, but maybe there is. But maybe Argon actually knows. I mean, somebody's bound to have traveled these deserts. I know that things shift, but not the actual rock spires themselves.
I was staring at his scars on his neck. They were just like wondering, do all Draktyr have scars? What? Yes, like you have a huge scar, Euan. I think every Draktyr we've seen has scars.
We
I
tend to
was-
fight a lot. Whether we
I
want to or
didn't-
not.
Ask him where he got the scars, but he's from the from where Marley is from. What is the name of the place?
Pyroclast Isles.
Oh,
The
Pyroclast.
Pyroclast Isles. Yes, that's it. So makes sense that the food is the way it is. Probably like she's very spicy.
And you would definitely know with the hue of color that Argon's scales are. He definitely would probably be someone important.
Well, they're not too dissimilar from what Euan's were.
Around this time, a bell starts to toll as coming from the kitchen. As Truck here pulls out a large pot in one arm, some bowls and a spoon in the other. Starts to call out,
Alright, everybody, come eat up! It's ready!
and starts to pour out some stew for everyone. As you all go to take a bite of this stew on the Glimmerwake, riding away from Valtari on this brand new adventure, first steps taken. That is where we're going to pick up next week. Oh man.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh.
Will the food taste good? Will it not? Who knows? Stay tuned.
I must protect Truck with my very life.